Black Stars Diary. Gary, a lot of Ghanaians obviously were expecting a score, a draw would be the best for Ghana. Even the experts. And then Ghana wins by 2 goals to 0. I mean, George has given us an insight. What are your thoughts?
First of all, that it was a very pleasant surprise that the team gave to Ghanaians, and for those of us who were back home, it absolutely lifted the mood. If it didn't take expectations through the roof, minimum, it gave people an assurance that this is not a hopeless team, right? And I've said that it's fantastic because then, for so many reasons, corporates will get a bit more involved, will release more money into the system for things to move. And no, it's important. It's crucial. Yeah, yes. They needed that confidence. That so between then and now, I am sure that across the country, those who needed to approve certain things for things to move, for the economy to be a bit vibrant, have done that. They've done that. And ahead of the game against Portugal, you will see a bit more involvement by people who will be doing all sorts of things in relation to the Black Stars. You saw flags this weekend before I left Ghana, and you wouldn't have expected that a week ago. So it's all good. Whether they were that good or Switzerland were that bad, it's been a while since we had a pre-World Cup win. 2006, 2010, 2014, not the best. However, over a strong opponent, what it also means is that in all three previous occasions, the expectations were low, and so the team rose to the occasion. Now, would it get into their heads? We hope not.
That's actually the thing I'm
Yeah, it shouldn't get into their heads.
saying with expectations. And I have tried so hard to drum it in anytime I have the opportunity that the 2010 experience, and a lot of people have not looked at it carefully, but the 2010 experience was fantastic because of the building blocks. Now, we had a 2016 that kept the nucleus. They played at the AFCON in 2008 semi-final. And remember, anytime we do well in competitions, we are more likely to keep the team than do any substitutions. So they moved on to the 2010 AFCON, and they went all the way to the final. Now, the inclusions, that's the under-20, the 2019, played the under-20 World Cup, played in the CHAN, and played in the AFCON as well. So we had a team that had been together averagely for like 3-4 solid years of playing, and we saw what happened, at the back of it. What this team really, what I wish this team had was a lot of time to learn about each other. Their bonding has been quicker if you look at the time that they've had, but they are getting there. So I still don't call them that cohesive, solid unit who understand each other. You can see partnerships in little corners, and I'm sure as you spend time with the team, you can see that. Yeah, between maybe Bani and Danlad, you see Fatal Sahaku, Kudus. They are building their connections, but as mini blocks. But as a team, we're yet to get there. So I tell a lot of people that when you come to the World Cup, you have to take opportunities. If you have the chance, you score. If you can go to the final, you go. You can win. But if you're looking at building a team, we have a fantastic set of boys to build on from here. They have great ages. They are very, very good. And most of them are beginning to show their potential. For most of the players, maybe, even Thomas Partey, I don't think has really, if you speak to Thomas, he has not really hit the heights. Yes, he has a lot of gears to go. And that's why I'm so confident that whatever happens in this World Cup is a team that we must keep and continue to build.
You make a good point about how you ended it. That whatever happens at this World Cup, we need to build this team and look forward. And it's a blessing in disguise for Ghana because the AFCON would have been in January, February. It would have been in January, February. He said no because of the World Cup is June, July. Then because of flooding in Cote d'Ivoire, he said it's next 2 years, January, February. What that gives Ghana is an opportunity for us to build a team. As you mentioned, very talented with age on their side, playing in some very good clubs. They can only get better. So we've got a whole year to build a very good team for the more realistic achievements, AFCON. And so I look at the talents we've got. I look at the fact that they can get better and the potential we have on our hand. And I feel that we have the right blocks, as you mentioned, to build a proper team to compete at the next AFCON. And the good thing for us then is also almost all our competitors have hit their peaks and are just about declining.
Yes.
They're just about. I mean, we saw Senegal who won the more recent AFCON.
yes.
I'm not sure Mane, Koulibaly, Ghana Gay, Nepalese Mendy, Dieng are going to be as good as they were last year in the next AFCON because age would have been just been declining.
Yeah.
Mohamed Salah and his Egyptian national team who were in the final would have just been declining. And Ghana would have just been peaking.
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire, Zaha, and all the big boys, Bailey, would all be declining. Maybe Nigeria have got a talented pool who could come in that time, but that gives Ghana a real opportunity to build a team and they realistically compete for the AFCON. So the World Cup is great for us to learn.
Yeah.
The World Cup is a great opportunity for us to find something to build on. We can't afford to fluff it. And that's one thing I'm happy about, that the boys are young, they have the potential, and they can only get better.
I was just going to add that, you know, the depth in squad we're talking about. When you look at the team closely, you only have the centre backs. You've got Joseph Aidu, you have Mohamed Salisu, you've got Daniel Amate, Chiku. Wow. Wow, fantastic ages. Wow, if Alidu Seidu can play as centre back, you go to right back, Dennis Odoi, Tariq Lamptey, Alidu Seidu can fit in there as well. Left back, Gideon Mensah, Baba Rahman. In the middle, even if you're taking central defensive midfielders, you've got Salis, you've got Thomas Partey. I mean, Elisha Owusu.
We are talking about some very good players who were left out because the technical team thought they were not ready at this time, or they might, so they could all come in the fold. And Ghana is blessed. We are in a good place here.
I think we're in a good place here.